These tools are a step above the rest. These are 10 of the hottest tools at Lowe's right now. And there's a DeWALT tool here that's brand new that I don't think anyone else on the internet has even talked about yet. It's very interesting. Let's go. If you'd like to check out any of these tools today, click that shop button right here on YouTube. That way you don't have to leave the platform. You can shop every single one of these tools. And they're awesome. First on the list, one of the hottest tools at Lowe's right now is the Swanson Speed Square. Often imitated, never duplicated. I've had one of these squares since 1995. The year I graduated high school, I bought this actual square. That's how long this thing's been around. The reason I know it's this square is because I painted all my tools white or put white paint on them on the construction site so I would know it was mine. Still have it. Still works exactly like it did in 1995, which is perfect. I think this is one of the most essential tools you can buy as a woodworker, especially a beginner, simply because of how useful this thing is. Literally, you can just draw square lines over and over and over, which is great, especially for marking 2x4s and anything like that. 2x6s, I think it's 7 inches this way. But you can also do angles. I used this square the most when I started woodworking to mark angles. I was building J. Bates outdoor chair set. They have 10-degree angles on them. The only way I knew how to get a 10-degree angle was use the speed square. Simply set it down, move the square over to the 10-degree mark, and then draw your line. 10 degrees. Then you can just cut that over and over again. And of course, because it's a speed square, it does have that shoulder so that it rides on your stock. You can draw square lines or anything like that. For the price, you cannot beat a Swanson Speed Square. Or there's also a pack here that includes the little trim square, which is extremely handy for layouts on smaller items, checking squares inside of boxes and drawers. It's hard to beat the price of these things. And there's 1,000 uses of this thing that I don't typically use, but framers use these all the time, but I think they're really great for woodworkers. Next up, the Outlaw Effect in full effect. If you don't know what that is, ask your friend. This is one of the hottest selling work tables at Lowe's. I think because of the previous video we did on this several months ago, this is an extremely useful work table. First up, this thing does fold up nearly flat. That means you can store it basically anywhere. So if you're in a small shop or a garage or a craft room or anything like that, you can fold this up so that it's not in your way. It also has a really nice hardwood top. It's got wheels on it, really nice casters. I rolled it off the concrete onto the grass. It just works really well. I actually used this as a temporary miter saw station. It worked extremely well for that. It also has a shelf underneath for extra storage. My wife actually used this as a desk for a couple of months when she ordered one and was waiting for it to come in. So it actually worked pretty well for that. She had a little higher of a chair for it, but I was actually a little bit jealous that she had it for those 2 months because I'm using it in the shop all the time for extra work surface or anything like that. Setup and assembly out of the box, extremely easy. You shouldn't have any problem with that. I think this is one of the best bang for the buck mobile workbenches on the market right now. And it's also a hot seller at Lowe's because it's continually in stock, out of stock, in stock. So be sure and check that shop button so that you can find out if it's in stock or not. Next up, one of the hottest selling items from Bosch right now. We'll talk about the router in a minute, but it's actually this laser level. It's only $79. This is a 40-foot redline self-leveling cross-line laser. Say that 3 times fast. It's a regular $169. It's on sale for $90 off, and it includes a free tripod. It's only 79 bucks. One of the hottest deals smoking right now. Over 1,000 sold last week at the time of this filming. It is a hot tool right now at Lowe's, and if you need one of these for hanging cabinets, hanging pictures, or just using it around the house, you better grab it because it's not going to last long. Next, if you ever wanted the miter saw in the box, Dremel has you covered. I showed this a few months ago. Outlaw Effect. It went out of stock very quick. It's back in stock, and this thing is one of the most useful things, especially if you have a laser or you're just cutting small parts, small picture frames. This thing's going to do it all for you. What this is a small circular saw with a guide rail. And basically a whole system built into a tiny box so that you can make repeatable, accurate cuts at angles up to 45 degrees and then also 90-degree cuts. Where this is extremely useful is I actually gave mine to a friend to use because they have a laser business and they're using it to cut 1/4-inch plywood over and over and over again so they can get dead accurate results every time. What I've been told from the previous video is that the batteries in this actually work with the Bosch batteries. So if you have 12-volt Bosch batteries, they'll plug right in there. Milwaukee M12 batteries will not fit because I tried. But overall, I think this is one of the coolest little systems, especially if you're cutting a lot of small parts, or if you're in an apartment or a small space and you want to do woodworking, but you don't want to have a lot of large tools, this might be the way to go. And it's back in stock for now. Next up, one of the hottest tools on the market at Lowe's right now is the Irwin Quick-Lift construction jack. If you don't have one of these or one of these type of jacks around, it's one of those things you'll be glad you've got it when you need it. I use these type jacks on a ton of projects. This thing is much cheaper than the ones I have, which are Viking arms. This one has 330-pound capacity lifting. I use these all the time. If my wife wants to move furniture, I can jack it up, put some sliders under it, move it around. I also use them for various tasks. I moved this giant gazebo across my deck. I jacked it up using a construction jack lift like this. I was able to move that very easily, put some slides under it, just moved. It's one of those things like you just don't know how much you'll use stuff like this until you've got it. These things have a ton of uses around the shop and around the house, including hanging doors, hanging cabinets. If you're building stuff by yourself, another extra helping hand just to lift things up, get it in the perfect right spot. The great thing about these is you can jack things up, but you can also let them down slowly so it doesn't just fall. And at 330 pounds of capacity, like they'll hold a bunch of weight. Almost said a ton, but a ton's 2,000 pounds. It'll hold a bunch of weight, 330 pounds. It's one of those tools that's a must-have around the shop, in my opinion. Next up, the Bosch trim router. Probably one of my favorite. It's my second favorite trim router that I own. My first is a Milwaukee, but this is a very close second because it has a really cool safety feature on there. If it's powered on and you drop it, it shuts the motor off. Flashing light indicates that it has activated that safety feature. All you gotta do, turn it off, back on, you're good to go. So if you're worried about safety in a router, this is one of the safest routers you can buy because of that safety feature. I like that on here. And not only that, it has a really nice fixed base on here. And what I love about this fixed base is the micro adjustment, little red dial on the side, lets you dial in the perfect depth every single time. It's one of the best little routers that you can buy as far as ergonomics go. Fits right in the hand. That's one of my complaints with the DeWALT router and the Flex router. The base on them is really big. So unless you have overly large hands, when you're trying to route things a lot, you'll wind up getting a lot of cramps and it's not comfortable. This one's very comfortable. Also variable speed, just plenty of power to do anything a trim router needs to do. And there's also a plunge base available should you need that or want that with this router. And right now you can get this router absolutely free until October 15th of 2025. All you gotta do is click on that shop button. If you go to the Bosch starter kit that includes 2 batteries and a charger, you can choose a free gift. And one of those is this router. Click on the choose your gifts and then automatically the impact right now is showing the 1. If you click the minus button, make that 0, scroll down to the router if the router's the one you want. Click the +1 on that, then add it to the cart. Check out, it'll come in the mail and you'll be as happy as I am because this thing's awesome. Next, some of the best table saw upgrades you can make that won't break the bank. If you know anything about table saws and accessories to table saws, they can get wildly expensive. This is one of my favorite table saw upgrades to have come out in the last couple of years because of the price and the accuracy. This is the Vevor miter gauge. This thing is packed full of features and it's under like $60, $65. It's very affordable and has features on it that multiple $100 miter gauges have. Like a lot of gauges with this many features will cost you $300, $400. Like they're very expensive. This one, I tested it over and over, dead accurate at 90 degrees, dead accurate at 45 degrees. It has a really nice stop block on here that is also micro adjustable. This is a feature that you don't see on miter gauges this cheap. And this also has a telescoping fence that will also extend out so you can get some more support out there to the left. I'm telling you, this is one of the best values on the market right now. I can't believe they sell it this cheap, and it's one of the hottest selling tools at Lowe's right now. I would recommend picking this up. If you don't need the fence and you just need a really quality miter gauge, the WEN miter gauge is one of the best on the market at this price point. I think it's around about $60. I love the gear driven or gear type setting you get on this. The knob is really nice, brass knurled knob. Easily set any degree you want from 0 to 60. Either way, you can put a sacrificial fence on this very easily. If you're doing box joints or anything you need a sacrificial fence on there, this is one of the best deals smoking right now as far as I'm concerned. And if you want this, it's also linked to the shop button until they sell out. I love me some woodpecker's tools. However, they're quite expensive and you can't buy them at Lowe's. However, there is something that's very comparable that costs nowhere near what a woodpecker's tool does. And I put them up to the test, and that's the WEN Hand Tools. If you're buying anything, I think the WEN 36-inch straight edge is one of the best made. It's actually a hook rule because there's a hook on the end that lets you hook the edge of your stock, get those accurate measurements. I laid it up against these woodpecker's tools and got dead accurate, the same results every time. They're extremely accurate, and the price on these can't be beat. These are some of the best budget hand tools on the market and some of the hottest you can buy right now at Lowe's. When I first showed them, they did sell out as well. They are back in stock finally. It took them months and months to come back in stock. These are, again, some of the best you can buy. I like the straight edges. There's several sizes here, I think 12, 24, and 36. If you want to buy the set, 36 I think is the one to get if you're only going to buy one. Also, there's T-squares, very similar to this, but in black and orange. These are also very well priced. Like most of them are under $30. So you could pick a few of these up. You could also get the WEN Square. It's pretty good. It's not my favorite, but I do like it okay. But one of the basically hidden gems here are the WEN corner clamps. If you've ever tried to build cabinets or drawers or boxes or anything like that, it can be frustrating to get that perfect 90 while you're getting them assembled. These right here are going to help you do that. They're extremely well made, and they're dead accurate 90 degrees, so you should probably grab a couple sets. I can't just stop at 10, so you want to stick around after these next couple because there's some bonus picks here you don't want to miss, including that DeWALT mystery tool that just showed up. Next up, one of the best budget planers I have ever tested. This is the Craftsman benchtop planer. If you're looking for a really solid benchtop planer that won't break the bank, I think this one's it. It's not perfect. It's not a $700 or $1,000 planer, but at this price, it's on sale right now for $50 off, all the way down to $299 through October 29th of 2025. So this is a really good deal on a very solid planer. If you're looking to add a planer to your shop and you're on a budget, this is about as good as it's going to get in this price range. I like to step up my woodworking game sometimes. And then sometimes I need to do things around the house, and that's where this comes in. This is a Little Giant ladder. If you've never seen a Little Giant or you've never owned one, mind blown. I've never had one of these, and I've seen them around forever, and I didn't really know what to think of them, but having one around the house is extremely useful. First, it's a step ladder, like most other step ladders, but this one extends up. It can get very tall. It can be a regular, like 5 or 6 foot step ladder, or you can reach almost to the ceiling with this thing. It's also very easy to manipulate or move around. There's 2 knobs on the sides. You push those in, it locks, so you don't have to hold them in, and then you can just fold it up. It's flat, and then you can carry it around. I love the fact that on the sides, these handles or these switches that allow you to extend it or retract it, you can lock them in place so you don't have to hold them down either. Everything's very well thought out. It also transforms into an extension ladder, so if you need to get on the roof of your house, this will probably get you there. Most one-story houses anyway. I've used this to get on the roof of my house, to clean out gutters, that sort of thing. It's just a really handy thing, but where this really shines is you can offset the lengths of each leg or each side. So if you needed to work on steps or stairs, or if you were trying to get up on something and there was something in the way, like a workbench or a piece of furniture, well, I wouldn't put it on furniture, but you can actually use this to offset, and then you can use the ladder in that way. I think that's what set these apart. And this thing has a 300-pound capacity. It's very easy to maneuver around, especially when it's all the way collapsed, so you can just store this just about anywhere. And it's one of the hottest selling ladders on Lowe's right now, and I see why. And just to mention, if you just need a regular step ladder, on sale right now is a Werner ladder. It was $139, on sale for $109 all the way until August 28th of 2025. Next up, I don't think you can have enough drill bits and driver bits around the shop, within reason anyway. If you don't have a good set, it's worth buying them, and they're not that expensive. This DeWALT set on sale right now for only $19. It's regular like $27 or so. It's $19.98 right now. Over 1,000 sold in the last week. That's like 4,000 a month if that trend continues. That is a lot of drill bits sold, and these are really good. I have a set of these myself. These are actually on sale until October 15th of 2025, so you can save that money. If you get the drill bits, you might as well stack this on there as well. This is a set of driver bits from DeWALT, also on sale. I think like 15 bucks, so you might as well grab another set. Before we get to the DeWALT, the Bosch 1617 2¼ horsepower router. It's one of my favorite fixed base or plunge base routers that you can buy that are corded routers. I have one on my router table. It's been in there for years. It is a workhorse. I got to share with you this deal because it's on sale until October 29th of 2025 at Lowe's. $169. It was $199. At $169, this is a steal of a deal because this router is so good. I think it's one of the best routers ever made, and it's the reason it's been around for a very long time is because a lot of people love this router. If you need a good router, hit that View Products button and grab one of these because it is awesome. And an honorable mention here, I saw this and I thought, Vevor just keeps making cool stuff. Vevor, remember the miter gauge. This is a utility cart that holds up to 500 pounds. So if you're moving around heavy items around your shop, around the house, whatever, maybe plants, I don't know, whatever you're hauling around heavy stuff, it's got a hydraulic jack on it. This thing's $100 off, all the way down to $194. I can't use it in my shop, but you let me know if you can use it in yours. Now, the DeWALT. This has to be brand new. I Googled, I can't find this anywhere on the internet. I can't even find it on DeWalt's homepage, and that is this DeWALT 4-inch by 36-inch belt benchtop sander. It's also a disc sander. It has a disc sander on one end, has a belt sander on the other. So if you need one of these in your shop, this might be the way to go. It's brand new from DeWALT. It has very few reviews here on Lowe's so far. I think 4 reviews. They're all 5-star. Of course, it's coming from DeWALT. We know DeWALT makes good stuff. This thing is looking pretty cool. It's very interesting. I had no idea they made this. I've linked it in that View Products button if you want to go check it out for yourself. This is very cool. Let me know if you knew about this, and if you did, why didn't you tell me? You should tell me things like that. Click that View Products button to go check out all of these tools before they sell out. I think the outlaw effect is going to be in play on some of these tools because they're that good. If you like this video, you got to check out those 10 incredible tools that are hiding at Lowe's that you may not know about. Click in that box, get you the big old virtual fist bump. Seriously, hidden gems there.